How you doing? I want to talk to you today about how to use a reeded style owl call. It's a little bit more difficult than the plain little tube that you blow across, but it also sounds a lot more realistic. First off, what I want to talk to you about is how to hold the call. You can't just blow through this like the other calls that you just kind of hoot through. This, obviously, if you don't hold it properly, doesn't really sound all that much like an owl. You have to create a tone chamber. That tone chamber is basically what's going to give you all the different tonal qualities and all the different sounds that an owl is going to do. First off, I place the end of the call between my index finger and my thumb and wrap my fingers around it. Then I create somewhat of a cave, a little cavern in here. We need to have a chamber. This hand, again, create almost like you're scooping water, that you could hold water. You want as big of a hole as possible. And I intertwine my hands and create that cave, as you can see, that it's all completely closed. Okay? Now, if I was to blow through this, it's going to be quiet. But, okay? Now, just like an oboe, or not an oboe, but a trombone. As you move and extend that thing on a trombone, that slide, you're going to get different tones. Same thing happens with your hand. As you open and close your hand, you're going to get different tones. So to find the sound that you want to get out of your owl call, all you need to do is basically just adjust that tone chamber slightly. Okay, so as I blow into it, as you can hear, that sound changes. So, I find where I want to be. Right about there. That's not a lot of opening. It's very, very, very slight. Enough to just let that sound get out, let that air pass through. That's going to be my first call of the day. It's going to be pretty quiet, subdued, subtle, so I'm not blowing the feathers off these birds in the roost if I get too close to them. So if these birds I feel are pretty close here in the close area that I'm standing, I'm going to blow quietly. And I'm going to do the normal rendition of an owl, Who Cooks for You, or something close to it. Just listen, okay? Nothing happens. No big deal. You go to the next step. You open it up a little bit more. You get a little bit louder with it. It's going to increase that volume, hopefully get that bird to gobble if he's off a little bit further away. So, in doing so, you just open your hand a little. I'll start out quiet, get a little louder at the end by opening my hand. Now you can see I open my hands at the end a little bit to let that volume get out. It's going to take a little bit more air. You can feel that moving through. That's what's going to give it the volume. So, again, still nothing, okay? You wait, listen, nothing gobbles. Now you can add into it what I like to call the laugh, which is basically that, and that's exactly how I do it. I roll my tongue up at the end of a call. Now, I open it wide up and just, as I bring it down, you can hear it's much more shrill. That sound is going to carry in the morning. Midday, throughout the daytime, it's not that loud, but the barometric pressure in the atmosphere changes from morning to day, from night to day. Basically, the ceiling, the atmospheric ceiling is lower at night, so sound travels much further. So this is going to be much more effective first thing in the morning. So, what I will do is I will nothing. Still nothing. Then I get more aggressive with the laugh. Now you can see I did that laugh, opened it up, brought it back down. Just gave it a little bit of influx, a little bit of realism as far as what I've heard happen in the woods. That sound right there is really going to travel and really shock those birds into gobbling. I like using this much better than using a turkey call when I move into the woods first thing in the morning. Reason being, It's because the bird's really not answering it. He's responding to it. And what that means is that if he's standing in the tree and he's facing this way and he hears, and he gobbles, he's not going looking around for it so much as if it were to be a hen. If he hears a hen coming through the woods in the background and he gobbles, he might turn and look and wonder where that hen is, where she's coming from. Moving in with an owl call, you have less of an opportunity of being detected because the bird's actually not going to concentrate on that sound as much as if he was listening to another turkey. So, remember, as you open up, it gets louder. Keep that realism. Throw in a little laugh to show the influx of that bird's intensity. Get that volume out there and get that bird to gobble at a distance for you. Hopefully this is going to help you next time you hit the woods in the morning. Best of luck, and most of all, hunt hard and hunt safe.